Hey everyone, it's me Probot again, and this is the 6th episode of me writing a source engine map renderer and merger. So today I'm going to continue writing the VPK file parser, and probably will start reading the pack file lump, because while I'm writing the it makes sense to continue with collections. Кринтю, привет. Рексим, йо-йо-йо-йо-йо-йо-йо-йо-йо, да. Another thing is that today I'm using let me show you. I'm using this thing here. Custom built OBS with the hardware encoder. So first thing, that it may be unstable. Basically, I'm running OBS under GDB now, so I'm actually expecting surprises. And second thing is that video quality may be worse than usual. And yeah, any surprises can be there. And if you're interested in this thing for whatever reason, here's the this is my fork, and this is the range with this change. And change I made like almost a year ago, but today I updated it to the latest release of the OBS, like 20.1.1 something. It works. It doesn't crash. It didn't crash for me for the last like half an hour or something. But there are some caveats of running it. So here's the post I made like in January. Maybe you can see this, but maybe you can. Basically, Google for the OBS WAP, and the first link will be to this post. There are some details, and I'm using this right now. So this, and yeah, there's another WAP API plugin someone made. I haven't tried it. Maybe I will sometime, because the last time someone did a API plugin for OBS, it did not work for me, because I'm using AMD video card here, which has some quirks related to the hardware encoding, like implementation of libVA and some Mesa stuff. This basically is crap, but it works if you like touch it in the right places. So I'm just going to close these and these. Yeah, I didn't know how to update my fork until today, because I never did that before. And this and this, and yeah, this is where we left off. Okay, another thing is that I'm going to close these two. Yeah, it's just freshly built OBS. Another thing that I feel like my English is like horrible, and maybe I should switch to Russian or something. Alexey Andreev, привет. Because mainly my audience is still Russian. So unless there are specific requests for me to continue in English, maybe I will switch to Russian really soon, because that makes me think less and focus more on the code. So far, everything seems to be good. Okay, so Павел Судаков, привет. Да нормальный у тебя английский. Спасибо. Uh, so I was working collection, and it's such a pleasure to see my CPU cores like not going more than 40% because of the hardware encoder. Because usually they're like 80, and let me just show you actually. So this is it will load, and then I will fly by the geometry. Let me make it full screen, and for you it should run pretty smoothly, because the last time I did rewatch the stream, it was janky as hell, and like for no good reason, because for me it's smooth here, and for you it should be too. I just tested before the streams, so it should be fine. Please let me know if it's not. This is weird. Okay, whatever. And this is this I think is some kind of like skybox kind of thing here. Yeah. Anyway, so it should be good, fine for you too now. Okay. So where was I? So as I remember, the last time collection create I finished this collection create, which filled it with some kind of internal metadata, like list of files. There was this part that I needed to do, which is to sort files, to open them, to find files more quickly, like do binary search versus a logarithm, log n something. But yeah, this is an optimization. I could do it later, but before that, I must do it. I can just leave it as a linear search. And then, yeah, set up the API for pointer for the VPK collection, open VPK collection, close. And yeah, so I also wanted to change collection API a bit. I don't like this thing here. I don't like it. Maybe I should track for every function call pass the memory stuff around, like temporary memory. So yeah, when I'm thinking about something, what I'm saying gets really like broken, and yeah. So when I was talking, when I was saying that I need to change API, I was already thinking about all the things related to that, and that made my voice centers, speech centers in my brain like less performant, and my English broke. So one thing is that the right thing to do, like, okay, why is this indentation was like this? One thing to think about is whether all open files are can be properly nested within temporary stack frames. Whatever does that mean. I think they actually should be like for, and then I can get rid of this crap and but then if there is any case which is not like that, when the order of freeing elements from the temporary stack is broken, then well, basically I will corrupt memory a lot, and to trace that I would need special support from the temporary memory, temporary stack, which will be not really that pleasant to implement. Yeah, it would be possible, I think. Like maybe I already have something like that in place. Mempools, which is like stack free. Yeah, this is basically it. Is there size selected stack cursor, then marker stack storage, stack free, with amount and free up to a pointer, so I can, yeah. I've told you about this like in the first or second stream about the memory model I have here. Basically everything is stacks, because I do manage memory in really like linear fashion here. I don't have random allocation and stuff like that, and where I try to have to do that, I work hard to avoid it. Like this is a challenge, like special challenge for this project, to completely avoid heap allocations and work entirely using stacks. Collection create, collection. Not found, too many files. Consistent internally. Material, texture, model. Okay, this is special support for file types. Okay, collections close, which is open file. So basically I need to implement open close and then read and file close, file read and file close. Okay, VPN collection file open. File open. Static size t VPK collection file read, which is struct I file. Size t offset, size t size, and void buffer. And another thing is static size void VPK collection file close, which is what? This can't work like that. I do need to pass I file here. Like what the hell? This can't work. What was I thinking? And this can't work like this either. I should like struct I collection. How does it even work? Collection chain open. Okay, chain open is another thing. File system collection close. I think there are like type mismatches here. So the API here doesn't have the right and file system collection. Okay, this is parser crap. File close. I'm surprised. Why isn't this like an error or something? SRC, material C, for example. So, file. So this is opens file from collection. And then this calls this function. Which is like, yeah, it should have the... I'm not sure what happened there. File system collection create, whatever. I think this crap is like, I don't like it. Preload and arc like this. Dir and arc. Parameter name, yeah, this is unused, and yeah, this struct I file, yeah, this will have a lot of warnings, and yeah, so this becomes this, and all of this, no, not like that. Much better. VPK file metadata. Okay, this moves the memory in strings to the persistent memory, that's fine. Max too many archives, that's fine. Stack free up to position. Okay, this was free in memory. Yeah, and this is opening all the archives. Okay. So file read. Collection open result. File. Okay, we will return the file read later. First, we need to open the file. And for the file opening, I think that I actually shouldn't like this, all of this stuff should go inside the VPK collection stuff. And it should be allocated on the persistent memory. And all of this too. Okay, so I think today I will refactor a lot of this crap. And that will be simpler to manage. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I should find the name within this first of all, I need to create the same string that will be used for the that will match the resource here, which is like okay, I think I removed the code print all the names. Or did I? No, it should print everything. Okay, as a quick test, I think what I should do is make it use some non-existent map, like map empty, like no, what, make run. So yeah, these are the materials, and then material, whatever, and then this. Okay, and I removed printing the material that needs to be found. So I don't know how they look like. Okay, let's work with the most simple hypothesis I have and then fix it if it's wrong. First of all, I need to switch for the type. Case file map. Right. And each of the types should have prefix, name, prefix, what I'm writing, const char, pointer, name prefix, and extension, also a pointer, also null by default. This name prefix should have maps, and extension should be PSP, I think. Yeah, another thing that this string should be is case insensitive. I also think that like prefix is unneeded. We have 4 types: material, materials, and VMT, right? And this is textures. Materials, models, VGF. Okay, yeah, these texture model. Okay, so texture should also go on the materials, right? So yeah, there's this thing which I should just like copy here. Subtier suffix. Also had this in place. And this is not needed. Okay, I do have this entire code for the... I think I simply just need to reuse it and... F, which is F. Okay, let me write just... I want to reuse this and don't copy all of this crap. Take void. Make full resource name, I think this should be. Okay, this should return pointer. Make resource file name struct stack temp const char name enum file type and all of this crap will go into that. Right. Up until there's some logic in here, which is to skip end. What does it do actually? Okay. I have no idea what this code is doing. FSC, which is FSC file system collection. So yeah, it has its own path. Plus it wants to see buffer name start. It copies. This builds the final string. Then if string name start is maps, then start we skip to next slash, and if we have that, then we move start. We remove the first part. Like we skip this. Like skip. Start minus name start. Minus skip end. Whatever that means. And if that failed, skip and what the hell is going on here? Can I just look? Okay. Show this help. Resize. Gedit open. Commit open. Okay. So I really want to look at this. Like, what was that? Improve performance, right. Load missing materials. So, what is going on there seems to be some... Okay, let me look at this. No, that didn't work. I want to look at another commit here. Minor improvements, right. Very informational. C minus skip end. Skip end. So I seem to be just chopping off material, tail of material name until I find some material name that matches the chopped one. And I do it in a loop, like trying to find some material. So this code is not right at all. Like, this is a hack to be able to load more materials that are present in VPK. So I believe the reason for it, why it works, is basically sidestep the issue of having to load the pack file lump, where I believe the missing materials reside, although I'm not sure. Actually, I think it would be helpful to try to check that, because maybe if my hypothesis is wrong, then, well, I will have to do something. So basically what I'm trying to say, it should be safe to remove this crap here and just make the file name calculation common for the file system collection and VPK collection. So I shouldn't worry about that. Okay, so this goes away, obviously. And these start with null. And then I just copy this entire crap here, like as it is. I will fix formatting and logic later. So this calculates needed maybe some other thing that I should require is prefix, which is helpful for file system, because I need to prefix the full path, file system path, plus the slash sign. This I don't need. Const int prefix len is prefix len prefix otherwise 0. And then check goes like this. Const name length is prefix len plus subdir len plus name len plus suffix len plus 1 to null terminate the string. And yeah, this is an int. And then char output is stack log temp name length. And if this fails, if no output, then I can just what can I do here? I think I just can return null here. And yeah, now print the message later in the color of this function. Skip end is not needed, max skip is not needed. This thing is output. Pass len, this is prefix len. And this is under the if prefix. And I want to do it like this. Subdir name, start name to lower. Subdir, yeah, this is okay. This is operating system specific, but whatever. Name start. Name start, name start. Max skip. Yeah, this seems to be the skip and logic here, which I don't really need, right? So I've built a string out of prefix, subdir, name, and suffix is not here. Name start I don't need. And then should turn output. And this is make resource file name on stamp memory. file 0. Yeah, and this basically needs the temporary memory here, and yeah. So, what okay, I'm starting like to rewriting all of these. What should I need for context here? Both memories, persistent and temporary. Okay. Maybe that should be part of the memory pool, but whatever. Memories. Struct stack temp, struct stack persistent. And then each of these, besides like this one, collection chain open. Okay, I believe the only thing that is needed here is to struct file system collection. So the thing that I'm thinking about and not saying like out loud is, should these open functions contain have an argument of the like what memory to use? This is interesting question. Like currently at this point in time where the entire application is single threaded, it should be just fine to like pass the memories at collection creation time, and then it can store these memories within it, the collection, and reuse them. So basically these functions become have less arguments and stuff like that. But I do have like this desire to make this application multi-threaded, because it can speed up loading a lot. And this would require parallel threads going to asking collections in parallel, and each of the threads will have its own like temp memory and probably persistent memory too, but I'm not sure about that, because yeah, this probably will require a lot of changes to the memory model, because I want to have the persistent memory like to have it as a single entity, like single memory space. A temp memory will surely need to be like per thread. Okay. So yeah, probably at this point I can be fine with passing the memories at collection creation time and worry about other things later. Because maybe I won't even get to making this thing cross-platform. File system collection, file slots. Yeah, this goes away. This goes away. And all of this crap goes away. This goes here. So I just forward declare and then like struct file system collection file system what file system collection create, and this becomes like struct memories mem. This also goes away. Where and the API becomes like it's the same. VPK collection struct VPK collection create struct memories dir file name. Yeah, and this goes away. And this is the header. Probably this grep should go to like mempools. stdf probably is for the size t and stuff. Should I like care about size t here? I'm not sure. Like I'm not working on large files or anything. Whatever, I don't care. So this thing here, file system collection file. File system collection can do better. File system collection can just store a pointer to path prefix. File system collection file open. Do I have to? And yeah, it also needs like memories mem. File head a file int opened. That's how it worked. Okay. Stack storage temp whatever I file. So one of the things that this change makes worse is it forces an additional requirement for ifile lifetime. It can't be larger than the wrapping temporary stack around it. I was saying this before, but I just wanted to reiterate. So file system collection file open. file open, collection name file. Collection. Ah, yeah, you don't like this, right? F opened and head size, file size. Okay, this can be done like this. File read. This is the same problem. This is the same. But this time you just instead of marking this as open or as closed, you just stack free up to position with F temp storage and file F. This will end in tears. File system collection close. Sure, all files are closed. So the only thing where I need file system collection close is for the, like, legitimately need for safety and like memory stuff is the file system pack file lump file collection, because it will be created and destroyed in at runtime per each map. This I'm happy about, and this one is file system collection open. Maybe I should just copy this one instead. Why are you static? No, this is no, this is another thing. Yeah, I needed this will stutter because I needed temporary memory here. File name is make resource file name, which is what was the first argument? Yeah, stack temp and then prefix and then name. FSC mem Gekkerka, привет. Temp. Next one is prefix. Next one is name and then type, right? File name. Out file fhead. Okay, see, this slot management is not needed at all. File system collection file open. File open. This should be different. This should return a file pointer. or like file system collection file pointer. File system collection file. And should have only one argument. Should it be like a separate function? I don't think so. Okay, let me just do it like this. Make resource file name. And this one, struct file system collection file, which is like stack alloc fsc mem persistent size of file. So yeah, at this point I need to make two checks. If not file or not file name, then printf not enough memory for file name. Collection open, not success, but like to not enough memory. And this one is yeah, this is self-explanatory. And this one is a file open, like file name. And if result isn't equal to a file success, go to exit. And this one should stack free up to position fsc mem temp and file name is temporarily allocated. Mem turn result. Okay, if let me do it just like this. If and result is enum collection open result, and by default it is collection open not found. Michio Yukihyo, Привет, как прогресс? Ну вот, если повезет, то сегодня будет VPK-шки открываться. Хотя я еще тут какой-то опять рефакторинг затеял для всей системы коллекций. Неприятно. Чем тебе exit не нравится? This not needed, this not needed. Out file is file head. And yeah, file slot is not needed. File system collection create. Need to replace this with this. Struct file. Actually, this is not like file system collection. This is I collection, and this is also like this. This is I collection. Like to make collection, create file system collection, create VPK, and then I don't need these at all. Okay, so so this becomes, yeah, struct file system collection collection stack log mem persistent size of collection. And what do you not like about this? Collection, collecton. Okay. Path len, I don't need that. Exists check. No, I don't need any of that. What I need is collection mem set to mem. This I need. Then I need to have directory copied there, like well, obviously I need to check for errors here. If not collection, then or not collection, okay, if not collection, then maybe I should do it like this. like int dir len, which is len dir, and then allocate this plus dir len plus 2, and then if not collection, then like print not enough memory. Should I like print anything? Maybe I just can return. No. Collection prefix is collection plus 1. I just allocated two different, just allocated memory for the collection header itself and for its string like consecutively. So I'm just reusing this memory. And then I need to do the mem copy to the collection prefix from dir and from dir len, and then like collection prefix dir len is this nice character, and dir len plus 1 is basically 0. So yeah, this, I don't need this. File slots, there are none. And then just return collection head. Yeah, and this should be the file system collection. Obviously, I need to change calls to it in many different places. File system collection, create, close, I don't ensure all files are closed, to do free memory. Okay, and now begins the VPK collection. And this code, which is not needed because I can reuse the make. Okay, at this point, I feel like I should try to build whatever changes I made. And so this can be done like this anymore. Collection, I collection BSP load result, okay. I collection, file system collection, there are not. I don't need that, but I do need a struct I collection. Glacier 911, thanks for the follow. Okay. Let me check that everything is fine. Okay, everything seems to be fine. So I collection is the top collection, or I should say that like collection chain, and it should begin with null. And this now becomes this collection chain. Static collection chain struct a collection chain struct a collection next. This one should struct, and what it should do basically, if chain, then otherwise return next. If there's a chain, then it should like traverse the chain up to a point where it has no next for chain. How should I specify it? Okay, I will do the most simple thing here, and then like while chain next chain equals to chain next. At this point, chain next it's empty, so chain next is next, and return the original chain that we have. Something like this. Otherwise return next. Yeah, this is simple enough, no need to change anything. And this becomes collection chain equals to add to collection chain, collection chain collection create VPK, and this doesn't do this. I also need this struct memories. No, I'm not defining the type here. Memories mem, which is like temp and persistent. Persistent data, temp data, stack temp, stack persistent. Okay. Stack temp and stack persistent. And pointers to those. Value, stack persistent, stack temp. What was the order of arguments? Collection, memories, and then the mem value, and there's two calls, and the same thing for the file system collection, right? File system, and I don't need to do this, and I don't need to do this, and this, AGL. I'm not sure about that, what it is supposed to do. Free collection. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense anymore. So I just basically build the collection chain like this, and if there are no collection chain, yeah, we already have built that. And for this, we can just collection chain, pass it directly. So this seems to be it. Collection create VPK, collection create file system. You don't like this? Yeah, you don't like this because this is in. I haven't changed the name. File system collection, open file system collection create. File system and VPK. VPK collection. Okay, I haven't changed it. Okay, so I completely need to change this. Collection create VPK. Why dir file name? Dir file. Okay, let me do it like this. Dir file name, dir file. And this should go like the same as the collection create file system. Basically, initialization should go like this. VPK collection. The persistent size of collection plus nothing. Not collection journal, collection mem. Oh yeah, I do need to have mem in here. Struct memories mem. This I do need. Okay, so this is mem temp. Mem persistent. Mem temp. What is this? Persistent. Persistent. And return head. This should be it, but it will probably explode. Can't load map null. Okay, you can't. But can you load other maps? No, you can't, because cannot load map, because probably the code there made sense. So what did I have as options here? Okay, I had some mounts there, but then I had this one. What is the structure there? Maps. Okay, let me just debug this as make resource file name printf file name yes and output. Home maps D1 train station 01. But like this looks sane. MNT textures. Okay, you couldn't load it here. This looks right, but this one is also right. Not enough memory, collection open, not found. Yeah. So at this point you should just like result collection open success. Right? Segmentation fault. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, whatever. PSP load world spawn. Read 00 close. What? Sure. Sure. File. Head. Read. File system collection file read. And close. Close. Okay, another debug. So you don't like stack free up to position because of the wrong order of these things in here. And this is file system collection file close in BSP load world spawn. And this is because this is basically because you don't have the stack file temp storage, and this is basically the mem fsc mem. Why persistent? This is temp memory. Yeah, this is temp memory. All files at temporary. Life is temporary. Okay. Lamp read. Stack temp. Now this is getting complicated. BSPC. There was this really useful GDB mode that I forgot how to use. The at line 842. Read. You don't like read. You don't like read. File. Okay, that doesn't look right. So basically something corrupted the temp memory. Yeah. And this is before the lamp read. And lamp read is really basic. Like BSP load world spawn, it's 897 list lamps. Lamp plane. Lamp plane. And lamp plane is the second lamp. So something like corrupts memory at the very beginning. What could it be? Like we just read the first lamp and it was like everything was fine with it. Lamp read, stack log, temp, header size. This is the same temp memory. File read. And it was happy about that. And it even printed the read lamp entity of set size bytes. Out ptrp. I do have a hypothesis here. Like this one. But size of asterisk file should be the size of the size of the structure, right? Okay, I don't remember how to use GDB. Stack free up to position. Okay. Make resource file name, temp memory, and then allocate. Yeah, this looks like it. First I need to allocate the memory, and then, and I also do need to free all of the memories. Not go to exit, but like return collection not found. Like this. Stack free up to position temp file name. This is not file name, this is file. So we need to free both of these, and in this case we should return only this. Okay. Okay, you're trying a lot of files. Okay, it works. It did work, and as you can see, we don't have a lot of materials here. Like basically all of them are missing, right? All of the materials are missing. Do we have even like a single material not missing? Okay. Окей. VXP сервер, привет. Ей, наконец-то я застал стрим. Привет, стример, привет, чат. Чат, к сожалению, не выводится еще. Что-то с ним какие-то беды. С браузерным плагином к OBS. Okay, let me take a quick break, and then like 5 minutes or something, and then I will continue looking at why did material disappear, and probably fix that, and then look at other things, then continue with VPK basically. Окей, так, перерыв 5 минут. Okay, I'm back. You know what? Maybe I should have some music here today. It's been too long like for me streaming without music, and one of the things that I liked was this one. No, the thing that I want to listen to is Planet Boilex. He had really cool live recording. I wanted to let me find it. Like really, I loved it a lot, like from 10 years ago. Don't see it here, maybe on Bandcamp. But this one, where is this various tracks? This one probably. It was really cool. YouTube will probably make my videos like will show ads on my videos on this recording, but whatever. This music is cool. So I needed to figure out what's wrong with materials. So I will be enabling pretty like that it couldn't find the material, and I should also limit files. Так лучше? Наверное, тоже. Хотя, вот по графику я вижу, что голос все-таки громче, чем музыки. Так, ну чуть-чуть еще потише сделаю. Окей, спасибо. So, tools black VMT. So you don't like this. You don't like this. But why? Why are you trying only this single? There should be like a sequence of many files relative to all the arguments that I have in this. Like I do have many mounts here. Это collection chain. Chain. While chain next chain equals to chain next. Like as if this doesn't work, but why? Мичо Юкхё пишет: ты хвалил свою кастомную инициализацию GL. Я вот не очень разбираюсь в этой теме. Есть ли хороший глубокий источник по этому? Смотря насколько глубокий. То есть есть официальная спека. Есть Хронос. И у них есть официальные спеки про... О, господи, сколько всего. OpenGL. То есть самое прикольное в этих всяких OpenGL, можно просто брать спеку и читать. Она как бы такая маленькая зубодробительная, но не C++ стандарт, да? Site reference pages. Окей, надо сюда, наверное, сходить. Документация и spec feedback, sharing language, post-platform implementations. Ладно. Где там? Child version. Тут есть... Так, это спеки на сам OpenGL, GLX, VGL. Короче, вот под виндой это VGL. Так, это экстеншены все. Мне, пожалуйста, не экстеншены, мне, пожалуйста... окей, так. GLX спек и VGL спек. Короче, есть спеки на вот конкретно эти штуки, но они включают в себя только взаимодействие с OpenGL. Ну, тут миллион всяких туториалов есть по поводу этой инициализации. Но это не все. То есть там на самом деле есть над чем подумать. Типа, как на каждой оси устроена оконная графическая подсистема, как устроены там обработка сообщений, там input, всякие ресайзы, вот эта вот вся фигня. Как типа создавать правильно полноэкранные окошки. Там куча всяких таких мелких знаний. Так, чтобы они где-то центрально были перечислены, я даже не знаю. Есть всякие книжки по OpenGL, где, значит, разные степени подробностей это все описано. Может, у меня тут что-то есть поблизости. Я сходу не вижу. К сожалению, чтобы показать. Так что это такое какое-то знание, то есть, ну вот ковыряешься годами в этом, так понемножку. Там что-то узнал, там. То есть всегда официальная документация, то есть если это Windows, то там от Microsoft есть, в общем, написано, как у них все это устроено. По Mac то же самое, по Linux, там, по тем же X тоже дофига всяких доков есть. Таких. Они там, как правило, то есть типа документация 15-летней давности, но она релевантная, там ничего не поменялось толком. Так, я хотел что? Я хотел разобраться вот в этой штуке. So it would seem like if adding to the collection chain doesn't work for some reason. Doesn't add. First of all, if not next, then return chain. First this. But it doesn't doesn't necessarily make sense, because if there's no next, then this is fine, because it means that there's no chain either, and this one, if there's no next, then it just, yeah, this is not necessary, because it will just set the already null next to the next, which is also null, whatever. So this thing is, well, chain next, chain next. So it should get to the tail, and then on the last one, which is null, it will set next to it. So it should work. Maybe I fucked up something here. No, it looks fine to me. Okay, let me just like printf debug this for whatever reason. Next. What the hell? You should... This is the same. Okay, exit and make run. And there will be a bunch of output here. Add collection. Okay, there's too much output here. It doesn't find anything. It's all like... Probably you should just... Okay, let's do just... Edit everything. So yeah, it did add a bunch of collections, and I can also like traverse it for struct a collection, I collection chain, I next, I equals to I next, print. Yeah, let's print this chain. Okay. So what happened? Ah. Yeah. This is... I'm stupid. Yeah, I rewrote the... Yeah, now it seems right. Just this one. I need to do it like this, and then the list will be the same. Yeah, and then I can remove this, and then I can remove this. And yeah, materials are back. Well, most of them. There's still some things missing here. Okay, let me actually look at what materials weren't found. What is this? Materials, maps, train station. Павел Судаков спрашивает, так косяк с DXT5 еще не исправил или потом его будешь исправлять? Нет, косяки с текстурами пока не исправлял. Не смотрел на текстуры пока совсем. So yeah, this would seem as a material that would that is stored inside the maps D1 trace station 01, and this is another interesting thing that I will need to, for VPKs to for pack lamps to work, I will need to remove this from the string. But yeah, I will. Pack lamps are in the future. VXP сервер пишет, не может найти патчи, скорее всего, BSP зашивает в карты специальные материалы патчи. Не очень понятно, что, про какие материалы патчи идет речь, но я говорил до этого, что есть пакфайл ламп специальный в BSP файлах, в которых могут лежать еще вот всякие штуки. Давайте, кстати, это проверим. Packfile lamp. What I want to do is to write the packfile lamp into a separate file, which should be openable by simple, just as a zip file, and see what's inside it. So what I need to do here is to like int open packfile zip. And I believe something like this. Yeah, something like this would fine. Close FD, and in the meanwhile, why don't you like the open is a nice function, right? And what was the semantics? I also forget. Descriptor, buffer, and size. So this is FD. Buffer is the lumps. Backfile. PL lumps. Backfile. N. Okay, let's run it. And you don't. Oh, yeah. Sys start and sys.mtl hash. Okay, I need to temporarily make this. FCNTL without this. Okay. Back file zip. So unzip back file. So back file materials maps. What the actual? So, back file, material maps, concrete, not found. Maps T1, concrete floor. Source MC, back file materials. So it would seem that I don't actually need to remove this part of the string and it should just work. Concrete, yeah. So all of these missing materials are here. So hopefully these will fix a lot of like missing materials issue. Okay, next thing. Next thing is to fix up the VPK opening. VPK collection file read. File metadata and VPK file. So I will need a VPK collection file thing. Struct VPK collection file object, which is struct I file head and struct. What other data will you need? You need a const pointer to the VPK file metadata. And you also need a pointer to the temp storage that you had. So struct stack temp. Collection close handles and free memory. So this VPK file read. File open. File open should do pretty much the same thing as file system open does up to a point. Up to this point. This should be like this. FSC, not FSC, but C VPK VPKC memtemp VPKC prefix. We don't have any prefix here, so it's safe to pass no. I believe this should work. If there's nothing there, then okay. And here begins the search, which is like linear search. So to do replace linear search by sorted array and binary search. And this thing should have files count int I from start till like VPKC files count. And at this point I should say that collection open not found and do it like this. Stack free up to position VPKC memtemp, and the first thing was file. Yeah. And this one should do it like this. If string compare the file, probably I should do it like this. Construct VPK file metadata meta is VPKC file plus I. If string compare meta file name and file name equals to 0, then we basically found the file string u. Why is it string u? Like there's no reason for it to be a string u. Whatever, I don't remember the decision I made a couple of days ago. So if it was found, then we should like this is not file system collection file. This is like VPK collection file. And this file is different. This file has its metadata set to metadata that like that. File temp is VPKC memtemp. File. Юрий, привет. Как сходил на E2 и 4, пишет. Хорошо сходил, но недолго. То есть я даже на самом деле не успел поиграть во все те приставочки, которые там были. Вот. Но пообщался с всякими ребятами так продуктивно, хорошо. So and this head size is meta size plus meta tier size file head read is VPK collection file read and file head close is VPK collection file close. And you don't see this function because they are defined down there. So yeah. So at this point you have found these. So what you should do also is stack free up to position file name and return set out file to the file. This. Yeah, and this obviously is VPK mem temp file head and pointer to you, right? Yeah. And return collection open success. Something like this. And then what remains is read and file close. File close is actually should be really close to what file system collection does, which is like not this VPK collection file and not temp storage. Okay, temp. I'm not sure why I'm so inconsistent at naming things. So this should be it, and file read is an interesting thing. Basically what it should do, let me check here again. Basically file consists of file can be split into two parts. First part in the directory, like first preload stuff, preload bytes, and the second part is in archive. And what it also needs to have is VPK collection file should have not this stack temp, it should have this pointer to VPK collection, because it needs access to archive file descriptors collection. Yeah. So this thing becomes collection mem temp, and this thing becomes file collection VPK sync. Yeah, I wanted to look at... So yeah, if some part of this is missing, then its size will be 0. Hopefully. So if... First thing I want to... So there's this matching of one window to like two separate things. Okay, so it should start like this. If offset is less than okay, let me just struct VPK file VPK collection file. Is VPK collection file and struct VPK file metadata meta is f meta. Const. What? Metadata. So if offset of the file is less than meta dir size. Oh, and of course this is a pointer. Then we should read the first bytes from the dir part of the file. So const size t size to read is size, if size is smaller than meta dir size, this becomes a little bit different. So if size is smaller than meta dir size, minus offset, of course. Then we just do what? We just do f collection directory file map. It's basically doing copy, I guess. Copy to the buffer from char directory map from plus offset Okay, I probably need to do it like this, size t. Your size. Okay, this is less than this, so I can just read copy size from offset. Plus offset and obviously plus metadata offset. Tier of offset. Yeah, and this was like, and I can return size. Otherwise, this means that size to read from dir part is larger than size to read is larger than the dir part, so I need to first compute size to read, which is basically meta size okay, what I'm doing here? I'm confused. So I need to read these two parts. I need it like. Okay, let me run gimp. And I don't have my table. How is it called? Okay. Whatever. This or this, oh, I don't care. And this should be 2, and yeah. So there's this thing and this thing and some window that's trying to read from here. There are so many cases of such a simple stuff. So it can be like entirely here, it can be here, it can be here, and these can be like, it can be like this, it can be like this. Okay. So first thing. First thing is to get like from which position we should start reading. And that I did. I did this here. Tear size minus offset is the remaining size, and the remaining size is bigger than the size. Then okay. This case, then when the remaining size is smaller, and this means this should be const size t, tier size left is tier set. And this is like tier size left. Otherwise it's size minus tier size left. Size street size minus tier size left. Okay, and this becomes read into the buffer this plus method of plus okay offset const void is this entire thing here. Buffer begin size, and this is begin size to read. But then we need to fix the remaining offset and size. Offset plus equals to size to read. And size less than 0, size to read. And yeah, we should also patch the buffer. So buffer is char buffer plus size to read. So we shifted the buffer pointer, shifted the offset, and shifted the shrink the size by the size read from the gear part. And this part is also optional, which is set is less than. We also need to have this one, size red 0, because there may be no archive part. Size red is size to read. If offset is less than okay, I need a break. Let me take like 5-minute break. Плеер. Плеер, привет, спасибо. Да, действительно, я забыл включить микрофон. Сорян. So, the issue here was like... So what I did is like I had to subtract the directory size from the offset in order to make the offset relative to the archive part, and then I just then at this point the offset is already in terms of archive size, and size is already in terms of archive size, and buffer is also like starts at where archive part should be read to, so I just read it from here and that's it. So the next thing that I need to do is to check whether this works at all, and checking that requires making changes to the make file. So this should, yeah, this should make us read textures from the VPK file, and I expect that it will crash a lot. No, it didn't. Okay, it didn't crash, but I'm not sure whether it read textures from the VPK file rather than this part. So this, I will be removing this, and I will be removing this as well. No, we don't have any textures. Okay. Okay. No textures. File name. Texture not found. Texture not found. Okay, let me just comment this out too. What is this? Yeah, this looked interesting. Okay. This is weird. Anyway, no textures. Line material Half-Life generic VMT. VTF. Okay, let's try with some texture that wasn't found. C3. Materials, Half-Life, C3. VTF, VMT. Texture, why VMT? VMT. Gear 2 VTF. Why VMT? This doesn't look like anything. Material texture. VTF. No VMT there. Why? How did that happen? So, first thing, we see that there is such material. There is such material, VTF. Materials, Half-Life, C3, A1, Gear 2, VTF. No, Half-Life, C3. And for some reason, in the very file where it should be found, like the first VPK file, it's VTF. How did it end up being VMT? First two files, for some reason, have it as a VMT. I am very confused. Yes. VPK collection file read. Collection file open. Name type file. Make resource file name. Name type. File type. VMT. How did that happen? This is very confusing. Okay, let me just debug this. VK file type %d and type. File type 1, file type 2, type 1, VPK file type 1, texture, and then it for some reason says to VPK type file 2. What's going on there? Chain open type. Print chain type %d type. Chain type 1, chain type open. Chain type 2. Okay, everything is right, but for some reason it can't find this file name. What was the file name again? Whatever. C3A1 gear something. So yeah, it was looking at the right thing, but for some reason the string match didn't went through. And a file name as Амайон, привет, спрашивает, принты в верхнем регистре макросы на STDR? Типа того. Сейчас покажу, это, по-моему, в SRC Common. Да, вот такая простая штука. Я хотел это переделать в свое время, типа в лог, там добавить типы еще, но пока, в общем, так справляюсь, и не важно. So for some reason this fails. Make resource file name. And the resource file name is actually right. So Half-Life lab sample M3. C3A1 gear 2. Okay, VPK file type, this seems right. Let's run again. C3A1 gear 2. So yeah, this exact string does exist. Okay, for the sake of it, let me just print if strcmp file name equals to 0, then I just can print candidate %s, which is meta file s. Okay, print f. Okay. So it didn't even get to this place. Files count. Okay, we don't update files count anywhere. That's fun. That is fun. VPK-C files count, of course. Not VPK-C. Collection, images collection. I forgot the names of my variables. Okay, make debug. VPK collection file open. CMP p meta. So for some reason you VPK-C VPK-C archives. Okay, next. Directory. Files 0. What was the structure here? VPK file metadata files begin. Okay, I do not set the files begin, so collection files begin. It did read something, but it looks really, really wrong. Like this is broken. What the hell is this? And this. And let us look at canned. So yeah, file comparisons are just fine. Cannot read texture data. So yeah, reading is broken somewhere. Probably I made a stupid mistake here again, because like this offset is relative to meta arc offset. So yeah, this looks much more correct. Yeah, look, this looks basically fine, which is really cool. Like I can get rid of VPK Let me try like loading everything from VPKs. I need to fix this stuff here. So basically for all of this I need to replace D space AZ all of these space with, okay, I probably need to copy. Okay, we'll do it like this. VPK dir. Like this plus this reference plus dir VPK. This won't work, obviously. No, it did work. But it shouldn't work like this. It should be P space and then space again. And then I can do it like this. VPK dir is probably like this. 5. Okay, I do want to make this thing this cager. Okay, so at this point it should be like arcs map, and this should be also just arcs map. Yeah, and map shouldn't be here. So yeah, I can unmount all the VPK stuff and it works. To some extent. And I need to remove the debug stuff in here. In make resource file name. Yeah, this is not needed. Found but couldn't be loaded. Illegal seek. Okay, so there are some issues. There are some issues with some materials. Okay, read. So this part doesn't, something wrong with this. Toast is black. Okay, I want to do this, and I want to debug, and I want to break at line 65. Let's see, 65, and run, and then the trace, offset. That is a huge offset. I'll read at offset. Because basically, what? Size 0 and okay, that is interesting. F1 P meta. So directory is empty. And it wants archive number 3. Once F collection persistent directory map size impl archive size impl fd size impl fd size impl. So this is 0. 19 size. This is 1. This is 2. Yeah, and third archive is empty. And you do have the metadata for this file, but you don't have the max archives. Max archives. Yeah, so the mistake is like this. We should include the Max archive here. And yeah, let it run. And yeah, no more missing materials, no more broken materials. Yeah, and this now fixed, everything is fixed. So okay, VPK seems to be done, and this will be the end of the stream. I really need to go now, and at least like today's, it took 2 streams to do what I intended to do in like one stream, half of one stream. Okay, this was time consuming. Okay, and I will be committing this shortly, and next planned stream will be Thursday, but as always, if I have time to do streaming, I will stream earlier than that. It actually happened once, so it may happen again. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for letting me know that my microphone doesn't work. And this, again, I was streaming this using the hardware encoder that I made for the OBS, using the FFmpeg and VA API. And it didn't even crash. My OBS is running under debugger here, but it didn't even crash, and hopefully everything was fine with quality. I will be looking at the stream later, like tomorrow or the day after that. Anyway, thanks again, and see you next Thursday. Bye.